everyone, welcome back to my channel, Rachel Has Plans. My name's Rachel, if that wasn't a giveaway or anything like that. So today I wanted to talk about a question that I get often of how should I start planning? Or do you have any tips on how I can continue using my planner? Things like that. So I wrote down 5 tips for beginning planner users. This is pretty much my list of what I think would be best and what I think worked for me, of why and how I continue to use my planner. So let's get started. First, find a planner that you love. I love my Amplify planner and I loved my Happy planner, but you need to find a planner that works for you. I have friends that use the Passion Planner. I have friends that continue to still use the Happy Planner, and I still have friends that go and they use Erin Condren, or maybe just a basic planner that they used because they picked it up at Walmart and it works for them. Find a planner that works for you, research it, and love it. That is how you will become dedicated to your planner. There are thousands of planners out there, different layouts, different setups. Find one that works for you, use it, and continue using it. If you find a planner that you love, you will continue using it because you will think that it's beautiful, that it's perfect for your lifestyle and things like that. Continue using it. And also, don't forget that there are digital planners out there too. For example, the Amplify planner does have a digital layout. You can use that. And digital planning is now a new common way of people using planners. If you use Google Calendar, you can use that and use most of these tips for your Google Calendar as well. So, get a planner. Become obsessed with it. Don't force yourself to become obsessed with it, but you will know because something like deep inside your soul will click. And that is how you know that you have fallen in love with your planner and you will continue using it. Okay. Tip number 2 is discover a pen that works best for you. I went through hundreds of pens before I could find a pen that worked for me. And you might have to do that as well. Unless you already have a pen that works for you, then maybe it will work in your planner. Maybe it won't. I have different types of pens that I use for different things. So like my pens for my notebooks are different than my pens for my planner, and my pens that I use at work are different than my pens that I use for my planner as well. So find a pen that you like to use in your planner and make sure that you continue using it. That is a pen that you'll love and also a pen that you will continue to use in your planner, and it will help you with the tip number 1, which is to find a planner that you love, because once you find a planner that you love, you will find a pen that you love because you love that planner so much that you will continue using that pen, and because you use that pen, you will continue using that planner. It's weird, it works, trust me. You'll find it inside your soul that it will work. Third is create a color coding system. Now, this is how you're going to stay organized. So similar to rule number 2 or tip number 2 with how you will find a pen that you love, find colors that you love and intertwine them into your planner and your planning system. I mentioned Google Calendar. I do this in my own Google Calendar that I share with my boyfriend because my boyfriend is not a paper planner user. He is an electronic one. So I'm kind of flexible and I use both paper and electronic, where my color coding system is different on both, but it doesn't have to be. You can use the same color coding system on both of them as well. So what I mean by color coding is finding like specific colors that correlate with different parts of your schedule. So like let's say for example you're like me and you're a student. Well, you have maybe purple is your color for work, but blue is your color for school, green is your color for bills, and yellow might be your color for when you hang out with your friends and family, things like that. So find a color coding system that works for you. Make them colors that you love. For example, I love pink, purple, blue, and green. So those are my favorite colors. I'm going to use those mainly as my color coding system. Or you can also, if you're a mom, for example, maybe you're not a student, you're a mom, but like let's say you work, so you have purple as your work color, but then you have maybe 2 kids, so each kid has different sports or extracurricular activities. So you use one color for one kid, one color for the other, and then maybe your husband has a different schedule too, and you don't know his schedule, but you want to write it down in your planner so that way you do know his schedule. He can be another color too. Just a few options of how you can be color coding and how to make sure that you stay organized and your planner stays organized, because once you have that color coding system, once you find the pens and markers and highlighters that you love, and once you find a planner that you love, you will use it. Trust me. 4th, sticky note it up. And what I mean by that is if you're someone like me and you have a hard time writing in your planner because you're not quite sure if your plans are going to change, but you do not want to use whiteout on your planner, it kills me. Like, something dies inside of me when I use whiteout on my planners. So if you're like me and you're afraid of making mistakes, well, there's a few ways that you can fix that. So number one that I love to do is sticky notes. So for example, I have them right here, these little tab sticky notes. Oh, if you ever hear a dinger bell in the background, it's my cat. She refused to leave, so she's chilling over here, and apparently it's bath time. But anyway, so sticky notes, sticky noting it up. I use these little tab sticky notes because they are perfect. They fit in the pretty much any planner really that I've ever used, but I use them in the Amplify Planners monthly section, and they're almost just about the correct size for that day of the month, where you can write down what time you're going to have an appointment. But as you can see, I also use the regular big sticky note size because sometimes that is what works best for maybe you need to add more details about an event. You stick that note on there and you will be all set with what you need to look at when it comes time. So for example, that month that I just showed you is for the month of August. It's currently July. Anything can happen in August because, as we know, with the pandemic, anything can happen and it can make your world turn upside down. So for August, I have a bunch of sticky notes, but who's to say that maybe one of those events will get canceled, or maybe I won't be able to show up to it. I can just remove the sticky note, no damage done to my planner. Perfect. So sticky note it up. If you do make a mistake in your planner though, like let's say you didn't use a sticky note and you were so excited about an event, for example my graduation, which didn't happen, but I used stickers to dedicate like where my graduation would be. Well, graduation didn't happen, but I still had that sticker there. Put another sticker over it if you already wrote on it. Or if you wrote on your planner and you don't want to use whiteout, put a sticker over it too, and booyah, there you go. You have a cover up and a better way of removing those mistakes that you made in your planner. But sticky notes, by far, best option. And finally, my fifth tip for brand new planner users, beginning planner users, make it yours. Like, there were so many times when I first started planning that I wanted to make the exact same spread that some girl on YouTube made, or maybe I just wanted to do the exact same things. It didn't make me happy though, because it either didn't work out or it just didn't look good when I did it. Make it yours. Make your planner yours. You don't have to have your planner be the same thing as everybody else's. As long as you like it and you use it, that's all that matters. You don't have to have a planner that is Instagram worthy, or you don't have to have a planner that everybody oohs and ahs over. You don't even have to use stickers. Yeah, that's right. You don't have to use stickers. You don't even have to use colors. No highlighters or anything. If you like just using a black and white pen planner, go for it. If it's what makes you happy, do it. And so those are my 5 tips for beginning planner users. If you have any other tips or things you have questions about, leave them down below in the comments section and I'll make sure to answer them. But I hope this video was helpful for those of you who are beginning planner users, and I'll see you next time. Alright, bye!